I decided to make this video because I just intentionally want to break that cliche which says people don't normally talk about their failures, but they do talk about their achievements. Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? Thank you so much for the love you showed my previous posts. I really appreciate all the shares and the comments. May God bless you. So basically, I decided to make this video on the last day of my first job. It's a locum job, so I get to choose my hours and it's quite flexible. So the video is going to be about my journey through getting my license to practice in the United Kingdom. So like most doctors, I conceived the idea of working with the NHS when I was in medical school, and I didn't take any step until 2017 when I wrote the IELTS, which is the test of English proficiency. So that's the first thing to do if you want to practice in the United Kingdom, and I proceeded to write my PLAB 1, and the PLAB 1 is the medical license. The PLAB is the medical licensing exam, and it's divided into two parts, the PLAB 1 and 2. So I set a timeline that by 2018 I should be done with everything about getting my medical license, and I should be working already. So I did the IELTS, like I said, did the PLAB 1 in Lagos, and I was already in England. We already relocated to England when I decided to write my PLAB 2, and it wasn't funny. I went through some challenges. Before I begin, I decided to make this video because I just intentionally want to break that cliche which says people don't normally talk about their failures, but they do talk about their achievements. So one of the times when I wrote the PLAB 2, I was heavily pregnant, and I vomited from the beginning of my journey to when I got to my destination, because the exam was to take place in Manchester and I used to live in Margate, Kent, which is about 6 hours to get to Manchester. When I got my results, I failed by 0.16. You know, checking that kind of result, I was so disappointed in myself. I felt I disappointed not only myself, but my husband, my mom, my dad, my child. It wasn't funny, and I cried. PLAB 2 is an exam which is very expensive, and you invest yourself emotionally, mentally, and all of that. So getting a result of failure is not something anybody can be comfortable to receive. I mean, PLAB 2 costs about £3,000, which is about 1.5 million naira. And if you're even coming in from another country, for instance from Nigeria, where you have to buy flight tickets and logistics as well, you'll be spending something close to 2 million naira. So I felt as though I dropped 1.5 million naira down the drain. Felt as though I flushed it down the drain, and I was really sad. And when I called my husband to break the bad news to him, he thought I was joking, because normally I joke with stuff and all of that. So he didn't believe me until when he got home and he met me crying. So I decided to call my parents. So I didn't know who to call first, whether to call my mom or my dad first, because my folks believed so much in me, and I felt as though I had disappointed them. I felt as though I had let them down, and that thought alone got to me and made me cry the more. I didn't know whether it's my mom who I should call first or my dad. So I decided to hold on with the call and try one more time. Since I failed with 0.16, why not try and go for a remark? What if something changes? It's just one mark. So I went for a remark, and the result came back to be the same. So I cried twice when I got the results and when the remark result came out, 0.16. And I didn't just know what to do. So my parents would call me morning and evening, my brothers would call, and my husband so was supportive in his way. He really tried. You know, I was thinking about the financial aspect. We've just lost £3,000. How am I going to get another money to write the exam? Like, how am I sure that if I write the exam again, I would pass? Those were the thoughts which was going on in my head, and that alone made me cry. So I had two songs I do listen to that time: God Alone by Tolu Ijogo and Waymaker by Sinach. And there was this particular verse of God Alone song which felt as though God was talking to me through her. It was, if I it says, if I give you a miracle, if you give me a miracle, I would praise you. Without a miracle, I will still praise you. So it was my anthem. I listen to it morning, evening, and night. And sometimes I'm just alone, I'm thinking and I'm crying. All I wanted to do was to cry. I had set a timeline for myself. 2018 was going slowly, and I haven't even passed my plateau. Not talk about getting a job with the NHS, something I had dreamt about. Lest I forget, if you get a license to practice in the UK, it means that, okay, you're licensed to practice in the United Kingdom, which includes the 4 countries in the United Kingdom. That's England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. So the thought of that weighed me down, and it made me cry the more. I was down. 2018 was one of the darkest years of my life. The kind of pain I experienced during that time, I don't think I've experienced it before. So, I literally, okay. So, fast forward to 2019, when God was going to do it, it felt as though it just happened. Childcare was taken care of. Everything just fell into place. And when my result came out and I passed, I didn't know how I was able to do it, guys. I had a 2-month-old baby who was breastfeeding. So I usually go to the course in the morning around 9, come back around 10 p.m. in the evening, and then I have to resume breastfeed all through the night. And when my result came out, it was then I knew that God really loves me. And then there was this Bible passage that kept coming to my head when I saw my result. That should be I think Romans chapter 9 verse 19, Romans chapter 9 verse 16, which says, "It is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God who showeth mercy." It was just by God's grace. I didn't know how it happened. It just happened like that. So the purpose of this video is to motivate someone who is going through similar experience. Believe me, failure is bitter. No one wants to go through failure, but sometimes it happens and there's nothing you can do about it. So when it's your time, when God says it's your time, He does His things His own way, and everything just happens. So what I'm trying to say is that in God's own time, He's going to do that thing you've been looking up to Him for. That His song you are planning to sing, He will sing it. It will happen. That your dream house, you will build it. That dream car, you will buy it. That your dream job that you are working yourself up on, it will come at God's own appointed time. That child you are begging God to give you, it will happen at His own time. So put all your trust in God, and He will do it. While waiting for God to do it, surround yourself with supportive people who would motivate you. Preferably, if you have someone who has been through similar situation as you, those are the kind of people you need around you. You don't need hypocrite around you. And I'm blessed to have my family and my friends. They were really helpful, and they are still helpful. So, and one thing is that if you've set a goal, it's totally okay to set a goal. But if it doesn't happen, if that thing you set your goal upon doesn't happen, you don't have to work up yourself about it. Just keep praying to God, and He will do it. So, and I just wanted to let you know that man proposes, but God disposes. So, it was really difficult for me to make this video, and I think this is one of the most difficult videos for me. It really took. At the end of the day, it's 2020. I got my license to practice on the 7th of January this year. Got my first job in June 2020. 2020. And I can't just thank God enough for His mercies. And also, I just wanted to let you know that no matter where you're from, your dreams are valid. So just keep pushing and leave the rest to God. So thank you so much for watching. I will be very happy if you can share this video on all your social media networks, and it will help it to reach people who need it, and you never know who is going through similar situation. This video will be really helpful for them. Thank you so much for watching.